What's going on, peoples? How y'all doing today? What's good? What's good? What's good? You just read my post. That's why I came on here to talk about it, just to kind of give Alafia soul, Brother Jay. The movie is definitely harvesting. And so I want to just kind of give you guys a quick rundown real quick about this movie. This is like an emergency type video real quick, so I'm not going to be on here very long.
Let me tell you something.
What?
About the AI that was sitting on.
Oh, who?
The AI that comes from that damn movie.
You got more? You? All right. So let me tell them what happened, and then you can come in and tell them what your shit.
Like real quick.
All right. Well, just give me a second. All right. So I'm going to share the story that you got hit. I'm going to tell the story you got hit. All right. So here's the deal. My son saw the trailer on somebody else's Instagram page, and in the process of him watching the trailer, he was showing it. I think his girlfriend. He showed it to me, but in my intuition said, "Don't watch that movie. Don't watch this trailer unless you got your shields up." Now, for some of y'all, I've already trained y'all on how to do this.
I didn't watch the trailer.
I watched you watch it with Makita.
No, it wasn't the trailer. It was basically an overview.
Well, she was on an overview of the trailer.
Yeah, it was no trailer. It was no trailer at all.
So how the hell did you take a hit from the overview?
It was when they were showing that part of the theater screen where they were showing all those flashing colors. That's when I got.
That's when they were showing the flashing. Okay. When if you guys watch that trailer, they're gonna show some flashing colors.
That wasn't the trailer. It's the.
What is it?
It was particularly her video because this whoever was at that theater, they played like a freaking. They literally played like a little ritual real quick before even starting the movie. That little flashing color, that was a command.
Oh shit!
That was a command code, and it sent in these. It basically like when that color was shown and your eyes picked up on it, it basically like sent out a code to like let that particular AI piece into the body.
All right, guys. So you need to be careful about watching this trailer. You need to be careful about watching this movie. I had got the hit not to even look at this shit, not to even look at the trailer. Something about it just didn't sit right. And then the first thing I said to them was, I said, this is some reverse psychology shit. That's what came to me immediately. And I need you guys to use some critical thinking and some discernment. You guys kill me with this. It's like you're not paying attention to the source of who's putting out these movies. You're not doing your due diligence and research about the people who's putting out these movies. And you're just not paying attention, and you're not being on point as you should be. You're not being as present as you should be. Anytime that they put something out like this, from number one, this is distraction. Look at the timing of when this is coming out. Number two, I want you guys to start really understanding that you don't need a movie to have a conversation about human trafficking. This is something that we already know and knew that's been going on and continuously goes on. And also it's big business. We know this already. So for you guys to be like, okay, well, I need to watch the trailer, or I need to watch the movie to find out what you already know, doesn't make any sense to me. Okay? Number two, whenever you ever know Holly weird to put out something that's in the best interest of humanity, I want you to think about that for a minute. So the timing of this, as this is happening, while there's all types of military drills and shit like that being ran all throughout this country, then they turn around and they put out a movie about human trafficking. And then the way they're doing it at the theaters to bring all this intrigue is there's all kinds of stories that are being put out there, which is propaganda, about all kinds of mysterious things happening at the theaters and things like that. Or somebody bought out the whole theater, but one seat, and somebody was there to watch it, but then they weren't able to watch it. Or something happened where they went online and all this something said online the whole show was completely sold out. You know what I'm saying? Online. But when they got to the theater was completely empty. Stuff like that. So they put these little propaganda pieces out there because they're looking for a particular type of audience. The audience that they're looking for are those so-called woke individuals. But if you're woke, then you would have had enough discernment not to get caught up in the matrix. So some of you guys ain't that woke. Let me just start there. So some of you guys that went and watched the trailer, some of you guys that went and watched the movie, you're not that woke. Because you should have known better. They don't have the best interests for the people. So now here's how this is going now. What they're wanting to do is for people to talk about this thing, to spread the trailer out there, do as much things as possible. For those of you who are operating, let's say, if you don't use discernment, this message isn't for you. This message is only for the individuals that do have discernment or do want to know what's going on ahead of time, where they can use their ability to be able to feel. Some of you guys are not even tapped into your heart space to even feel the difference, to help you discern better. Okay? So when he first wanted to show me this, the first thing my spirit said was, nah, fam, put your shields and everything up because something ain't right about this. Immediately I picked up on it very quickly. And then next thing you know, I'm looking at my son. He was like, everything you said is correct. And now my neck is hurting. And he felt it. Then I went in and I started using my vision to see what it was. It was a whole damn nasty ass implant in his neck. He took a hit. And it took forever for this thing to be removed out of his body. Now, I've had discussions with you guys about these implants. I've talked to you about this many times before. If you guys go see my trailer to the Animus, you can go watch it there where there's doctors breaking this shit down about implants. First, I wasn't going to even put the actual live out, but now with things that are going on, I'm going to go ahead and do the live. So I'm going to do a second trailer to this Animus. And then it's going to have a date of when I'm going to release it on YouTube. And I'm going to really talk about this in depth so you guys understand what this thing is and what this agenda is really about. Okay? That's number one. Number two, I want to give you guys some extra information that's going to blow your wig back. Sargon the Great 76, which is basically Orion Daystar, put out a video where he showed red mercury inside this capsule. And basically he was given a complete breakdown about what this red mercury does. And according to him, this red mercury is basically vampire blood. He breaks down and tells you guys exactly what this red mercury has to do, how they use it to power their ships and the whole nine. But it's actually more so utilized for the vampire cyborgs. Okay? There are vampire cyborgs that have been released amongst the population. Period. Okay? These are AI cyborgs that look human. And what they do is they look to collect the DNA, especially of a lot of indigenous women, a lot of the indigenous people. And what's happening is a lot of people that are being like there's a lot of people right now that's being caught up in this human trafficking scheme. There's a lot of money that's being made. I think they said that the market of human trafficking went up an extra $10 billion last year. So this is big business. Okay, this is big business. Human trafficking, child trafficking is big business. And the United States is heavily involved in this. Period. Now is not the time for you guys to be walking around here and not being aware of the things that's going on. Now, what they're doing is they're sending out energetic scouts. And they're scanning the energy of the people's DNA. Don't matter who you are. It seems to be more prevalent in the indigenous women where their DNA is being activated because of our relationship to the sun. Whatever our DNA is doing is doing things in this atmosphere that's causing the scouts to come out, run scans to see if in fact their DNA is active, and those individuals become what we call targeted individuals. And they're snatching those women up and they're snatching those kids up. Now, it's so bad in Oakland, California, that back in May, they had to declare a state of emergency for all the indigenous women that are coming up missing. And there's a lot of tunnels up in that area as well. Okay? Now, what they're doing is these particular beings are being utilized as super soldiers for the military. Okay? They're utilized as super soldiers for the military. So they're utilizing this mercury. And they're utilizing the DNA because the flesh that they have on those AI bodies it can't stay alive unless they're constantly eating something. They need something that's going to keep them alive. So that's what they're being fed to. So these individuals' DNA is being replicated and being utilized on these cyborgs and these AI cyborgs, okay, these super soldiers, and they're eating. Now, the way that they're going about doing this is that people that donate their blood at the hospital, or if you're going to the Red Cross or any place else that you like to donate your blood, they'll covertly use no spaces to get access to the blood. Covertly. Okay? You remember the movie Universal Soldier? I forgot all about that movie. I want you guys to understand from this point on, and this is only for the message of those who are woke, who are already tapped in. Listen to me carefully. You need to get your protection game up. More than you have been. You can't do the basic routine anymore. You need to have your protection game up as much as possible now. You need to triple your protection. This isn't about fear. This is about being smart and knowing how to move. And only a fool will not be smart to know how to move and be in their ego. Only a fool would do that. Okay? If you see a Mack truck coming, your stupid ass you ain't gonna be dumb enough to walk your ass out in front of the street and get your ass hit by that damn truck, are you? You gonna move your ass out the way, right? This is about you knowing how to properly move in these spaces. If you're in the city, for those of you who are from the city, you know how to move in certain spaces. It's the same thing, except for these are spiritual spaces. And since we are at war, and there is spiritual warfare, you need to know what the game really is. Don't be out here like some of these fools out here that are not paying attention. So this message is only for those individuals that are vibrating high enough to understand what I'm saying to them, that have the ability to use their heart space and use their mind from a balanced perspective and tap in. No egos belong here. If you got too much ego, take your ass up off my Instagram page because it's not for you. Yeah, and then someone else made another mention. They said, no more porn. If you got sons, talk to them out of thinking it's normal. Not only that, they are hiding. That's where a lot of your succubuses and your incubuses are hiding out. And a lot of people that watch that shit, they get these attachments of those particular demons. And then they're overly sexual more than they should be. And their energy is being drained. So you definitely shouldn't watch that. A lot of those beings are really there. I've had a couple of clients come to me with those issues, and I've had to remove those damn things off of them. The vibe is really shifty. Stay on point. Stay on point. You were supposed to already on point. See, the problem is a lot of you guys, when you guys were getting this information, you didn't think the shit was real. That's what the issue is. And now there's a lot of things that's being shown in front of your face where you realize it is real. And some of you guys are going to have a hard time dealing with reality because you still want to hold on to the old road and the old way of doing things. Once we came into the age of Aquarius, you should have known it was a wrap after that. Ain't no going back and doing things like they were before. What's your question? It's a great time to be alive. Ask your question. Okay, so I just want to come on board and drop that on y'all real quick. What? Okay, your spiritual hygiene is on point. Good for you. At the spirit plug. No, that's Meteor Gibson. Y'all kill me with these names. I'll check my DMs later, guys. At Finn Kearney, you asked the question, when are the children going to be safe? Let me explain something to you. Children have a natural capability, a natural protection of them being safe. However, the issue isn't about the children. The issue is about the unchecked parents. and their lack of ability to be able to tap in. And if you're not tapped in, you're going to expose your children to shit that you ain't got no business exposing them because you don't have the ability to discern and you're not tapped in. So when you ask that question, the real question is, when are the parents going to be using discernment and getting tapped in and doing the things that they're supposed to be doing so they can protect their children in these times? That's the question. You're the parent. You and the child's father are the parents. Are y'all tapped in as you should be? Because that's what's going to depend on whether or not your children are going to be safe or not. Nothing else. Let me see. People are putting all kinds of requests to get in on this call. I got 94 requests of people to get on here. My God. Jeez. Yes, you guys are going to have the tools. Also, let me put you up on game about something. This so-called mercury blood that's inside these AI cyborgs that are vampires. Let me put you up on game. First of all, there is a real thing called vampire hunters. That shit is real. Okay, let me start there. Number 2, garlic really can destroy these beings. I bullshit you not. I literally got a vision of seeing a couple of these vampire slayers, and I saw the garlic on their knives. So I know you guys are probably going to think, yeah, this is shit straight out of the movies. No, they've been telling you the truth the whole time in your face and then disguise it as fiction. So that's what you would believe. But now what's happening is that the actual veil is being lifted and you're now realizing that your actual reality is more magical than you thought it was. And what's doing that is the sun or the suns that's in the sky right now. Yes, that shit is real. No, those movies were not for the play. And if you guys really want to learn some shit, you really should go back and look at the old vampire movies, all the ones that they put out. Those are actual classes. They gave you a whole rundown about what you need to do to fight these things. Okay? They put a whole lot of documentaries out there, a whole bunch of quote unquote fantasy movies, AKA documentaries out there to let you know what you need to do if you're paying attention and you have the ability to discern. Remember, everything that they ever taught us is in reverse. So if they told you it was fiction, that means it's real. Okay, you got to start using your mind, start discerning better. You got to come out of cognitive dissonance and you got to come out of your comfort zone because there is a such thing called comfortable toxicity. Comfortable toxicity. That's when an individual knows that they're operating from a toxic point of view by not tapping in and not doing things that they're supposed to do because they're comfortable. Nobody wants to come out of their comfort zone. Everybody wants to continue to keep doing the same shit. And you're not paying attention to what's happening around you. And then you do run into people that do know what time it is and you fighting the energy. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Now, while the split's going on, you going to fuck around and your ass going to be left here. That same sun, but shining when Atlantis is around. Atum. But we got 2 more suns, baby. Yes, the movie Blade. That's a good one to watch. Yes. And the concerts are the easiest places to harvest a lot of energy. What they wanted the people to do was they wanted the people to watch the trailer, go see the movie, and then get everybody talking about it. So what happens is when you go to the trailer, you see the movie, and then you get everybody to talking about it. It becomes this big discussion. This is how they're harvesting the energy. These are distractions. Expect more distractions to come. I'm just simply here to let you know as the messenger, to let you know that this is a distraction. Don't put your energy into it. Keep it moving. Also, you might as well start looking at all new movies that are coming out from here on out, especially those that are trying to quote unquote enlighten you, like they're really going to enlighten you. Okay? No one's enlightening you unless there's a catch to this shit. Remember that. No one's going to go out their way to tell you what you need to know without some type of catch to the shit. So don't be out here all naive and shit and dumb. Do I think these actors are aware that they're acting out true stuff? I don't know. I don't know if they're aware of it or they're not aware of it. More often than not, and I'm just only going by when I was working in entertainment, more often than not, they don't. Even the music artists, they don't know what's going on right away either until they go behind that damn door. And then they'll be given instructions about what it is that they need to do. That's when they become aware. I'm not talking about that bullshit ass Kiki situation. If women don't know how to carry themselves and respect their men, then then there ain't going to be nothing that's going to help anybody understand what's going on. That's some dumbass shit to even talk about. It's crazy that we live in a society now where people don't know anything about respect and morals. It shouldn't even be a conversation to be had. Either you was raised correctly or you weren't. It is what it is. Someone said, man, human trafficking and organ harvesting has been going on for centuries. If you had no idea before this movie, then this ain't gonna get you right. Go back to nature law. That is correct. Here's my thing. People that are purposely put in your face as a quote unquote celebrity, you have to know that the agenda behind that is to corrupt you in your thinking, in your morals. You have to understand this. These people are literally paid to show you how to be the most corrupt person you could possibly be. So you can't even use these people or look at these people as some type of an example. And you guys should have learned this by now. That's why I don't understand why y'all talking about it. You can clearly see the writing on the wall, whose side they're operating on, and the whole nine. What is there to discuss? People will put their energy on someone that's placed in front of them, but they won't put their energy on the people who are putting out the real messages to help the people get out there and do what they got to do on a real level. Because there's a lot of people out here hurting. This shit is ass backwards. Ask me about some real shit that's going on. Ask me what the known woke folks are really doing out here and the shit they talking about. Say, hey, did you see that lie that ISIS did when she broke down about this, and this? That's going to be a discussion. That's what people should be talking about. If you want to put your energy into something, put your energy into that. Have a real conversation about how the world is changing before your eyes. Have a real conversation about the shit you're seeing in the skies. Attract like-minded people to you. Get out of this 3D matrix shit. You keep on tapping into that energy, your ass gonna be stuck here. Now, let me put you up on game about something else I want to put you up on. I got a hit yesterday. I went to the ocean. I got a hit. It's crazy. So y'all remember the diamond Schumann resonance when it was sending out all those diamond codes and stuff through the Schumann resonance, and ever since then everything's been off the chain. So why did I go to the ocean yesterday here where I live at, and I haven't been to this ocean in months? Why is it that I go out to this ocean and I've been saying that something looks different about the ocean? I've been saying it. And I go to the ocean yesterday, and y'all, I saw nothing but diamonds in the water. There's diamond light codes all in the water, guys. There's diamond light codes all throughout the water. The reason why they don't want the people in the water is because those waters are currently being cleansed off, number one. And number two, only those who have respect for Gaia and acknowledge that are operating and matching the frequency of Gaia can enter into these waters and not worry about being attacked. So I went into the waters yesterday and swam into those waters. It was like Mother was greeting me. As soon as I got to the beach, she came right up to me. I said, damn. Mom, can I get here good? She almost knocked me over. And that's normal for me when I go to the ocean, where I get greeted by the ocean. She damn near knocks me over, knocks me into the water every single time. Grabs me by my feet and pulls my ass right into the water. Now listen, when I went to that water and I saw how beautiful those waters are and how crystalline those waters are and those diamonds in the water and those diamond codes, fam, I get in that water. First of all, the water's warm. Oh, it's so warm. And it was like the water was like coddling me in the water gently. And as I'm laying in the water, I'm literally feeling my body receiving all of these codes within my body. And that's when it was revealed to me that they were the diamond light codes from the Schumann resonance. You can see them at nighttime too, but the water is glistening. Like I had never seen the water like this before. It's beautiful. And then when I get out the water, I'm noticing how my body's like glowing, like super, like I feel like this warm glow over my body. And the next thing you know, I'm feeling my pineal gland, and my pineal gland is like pressure, like serious pressure in my pineal gland. And it dawned on me that I was receiving codes. My higher self said, you're receiving codes. You're receiving the light codes. Come on in.
I'm gonna ride around and then I got some things to say.
Well, you're going to have to hurry up. What you doing?
I'm just getting the lady out.
Oh, you letting her out the house?
Yeah.
All right. So that's what's happening. So the waters are for those who respect the waters, and those who are vibrating. Let me put you up on game about something else. There's radiation and plasma coming down on the planet, heavy. For those of you that are staying in your house, this is going to do you no good. You're not supposed to be in the house. You're supposed to be outside getting as much sun as you possibly can because of the activations and the upgrades. And you're also supposed to be allowing that radiation and that plasma to run through your veins and your body so you can shift with Gaia. You have to be able to shift with Gaia. If not, these are the symptoms that you may start dealing with. If some of you guys aren't already dealing with it, where I'm getting reports that people are dealing with this. People are reporting that they cannot breathe. They're having a hard time breathing. Like there's compression against their chest or their throat. Some people are passing out on their jobs. Okay? People are complaining about certain types of sicknesses. You're not supposed to be heavy during this time. You're supposed to be as light as a feather. You don't want any energy in your body at this time because it's going to fight against that radiation and that plasma coming onto the planet. It's going to cause your body to break down. Please detox, and shift your diet out. For some of you guys are telling me that you're just on a liquid diet now and you're full. Great. But for those of you that's not at that capacity, you need to be tapping in with nature as much as possible, and you need to be grounding as much as possible. You should be grounding at least 4 to 5 times a week. Anytime that you open up a channel, you are going to that realm. Close out your channels. Clean your channels off. If you don't know how to clean your channels off, just simply close your eyes and visualize a broom coming in to sweep your channels. Your channels can look like a television box. Your channel can look like a dial on a radio where you're turning the channels. Whatever suits you in terms of what you think your channels look like. But you got to make sure you clean all the debris off and make sure your channels are closed down. Don't leave your channels open all damn day, channeling, having your ass up in the realms. Because then you're not going to be able to discern what's going on because you're too far up there. Keep your channels closed. When you're done channeling, close your channels out and don't open them no more. You know, people don't like it when you come out and you reveal certain truths to them because they think that you're fear mongering and they're not discerning properly. Like when a person actually comes off to me and starts accusing me of fear mongering, if that's the energy they're getting, that lets me know right then and there they're not as tapped in as they think that they are. I'm already assessing them already. It's a wrap.
Okay.
I should be able to sit down and have a conversation with you and let you know about some of the things that's going on without you running on down the block automatically going to fear. That's some shit with your ass. You're projecting that bullshit. Because you ain't did your shadow work. Because you got fears that you ain't dealt with yet. Don't project that shit over here. A Demi 15, that's good. That's my daughter. She's very good at what she does.
Right.
What?
You're talking about today.
What's it? The AI?
Yeah.
All right, so Esoteric Truth wants to come on board. He wants to drop some information about the AI, so I'm going to allow him to speak on it. Someone says, can you still engage in detoxing while pregnant? It depends. Yeah, but that's iffy.
Certain herbs detox but a lot of herbs actually are very intelligent and they'll work around the pregnancy too.
Certain herbs they are intelligent. Are you into any kind of divination system that you created to communicate with your ancestors? Because I think that's who you need to tap in with when it comes to that. Everybody's different, so I don't want to speak for everybody. I'm not going to say that this is for everybody. I'm not even going to give medical advice on here.
She's going to actually want to tap in with her actual body.
And you can also tap in with your actual body and listen to what your body has to say. Also, these rains that are coming out right now, guys, are cleansing rains. These cleansing rains are coming down to cleaning up the atmosphere. Okay? Just want to make you guys aware there are beings that are cleaning out the atmosphere. So these rains that are coming down are cleansing rains. So you guys might want to go outside and get some of those rains on your body. All right, so I'm going to let Esoteric Truth come on here so they can break down the AI. And then, yeah, come on. I'm sitting right here. You better sit your butt right here. Or sit there on the bed. Here.
Hello, y'all. So, today, I was in the... Oh.
Let's talk to them about the AI.
What about the AI?
What you said you wanted to say about the AI? What's going on with the AI and the influence?
I was going to talk about my experience.
I already told him.
Oh. Damn.
I didn't want you going through it twice. I already told him.
Well, damn.
And then he heard you talking earlier. But you can talk to him about what the AI does and what the influence does.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Is it still on here?
Yeah,
All right. So, in the process of me dealing with this experience, of just me watching a video on someone's page, and it was talking about the freedom of sound, and yeah, but I'm about to go in the effect. So, like, I was just rubbing my neck. I was like, nah, damn, there's a big ass. I thought a mosquito. At first, I thought it was a mosquito that bit my ass because the mosquitoes are heavy around here, and they're persistent. So I thought one bit me in the neck. But no, that shit, I felt like something was in there, and I felt like my veins started getting the inner veins in my neck started getting irritated, and so I felt it started to connect with my brain. So I like isolated right there, and I was like, nah, because it literally started like connecting with my brain. It started at the back of my brain, but it came up right here, and right here, it's still like very fucking irritated because that shit was sore as fuck. But after isolating it, it like literally drained me. All I felt like tired. Like I was literally in the process of cleaning up, getting some other things done. And I had like full energy. As soon as I watched that trailer real quick, that little that thing that I didn't even think that was gonna hit me like that. But literally just watching like a little overview, and it was someone showing like they were at a theater and they were showing the flashing lights. It was like showing these flashing colors, and as soon as I seen that, I felt that shit. And I was like, nah, they're releasing, what they're doing is they're releasing truth, and they're releasing all these things in the movie, but with a certain gimmick. They're gonna release truth, but they're gonna add some things in there. So like AI technology, and I was basically like, as soon as you watch that was a color command code, and it's sending that AI to come into my body at a weak point. Because right here, and get to the brain, all the nerves right here, also the ear chakra right here. Because right here, when it hit me right here, I started immediately feeling like drained, tired as heck. I started falling asleep almost. But it's taking that out, I still feel sore. I feel like a lot better, but it's like, if I would have like not been in tune with my body and I would have just thought on some logical shit like, nah, that's it. The nigga just, tired or stretched or just thought some shit, I would have just brushed it off to the side, and that could have potentially got worse and took me over, like literally been in my body infiltrate. Because it was like literally noticeably hurting, like my neck is fucking hurting. It says red mercury. What, nigga? But yeah, so the main thing I want to get into is setting up an actual eye shields and protections when you're actually watching anything now, because that was proof right there. That was like, it don't matter. They can get you anywhere. So I'm gonna show y'all a quick method. Freedom of what's that movie called? Freedom of what? Freedom of something.
You should have told her to raise her locks and call it day.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go over like a real quick method on like putting on like an eye shield.
Not on this Instagram, you ain't. You tripping.
Okay.
Not on this Instagram, you ain't. You tripping. So I'm gonna take their asses over to the Telegram. They can learn it there.
Okay. So when I say y'all gotta go to the Telegram to learn that, can't say anything.
No. I am the realest to ever do it. Tell them to download the Telegram and tell them to go to I am the realest to ever do it.
Yeah, go to the Telegram, go to Mom's Telegram. Anyways, I'm just gonna go into more of what the AI actually did. Of course, drains your energy. It can also distort your channels. It can also like put in actual false channels that you think that you're talking to someone and it's really not who you're talking to. It can also
Look at the phone while you're talking.
Oh, okay.
Make contact with the people.
Damn.
That's how I do it live. You gotta engage. You over here looking over here. Look, I'm teaching you. Go ahead and look at the people when you're talking to them.
All right. But anyways, it literally distorts like everything. It literally makes you literally feel like weird as heck. It just don't. You feel like yourself, but you feel like something external attached to you, and you can get it. You can get it through the food. You can get it through the water. You can get it through the air. So now more than ever, I think everyone should start learning how to remove this AI and go to practitioners and people that actually advance and removing this AI technology, because everyone has a form of AI attached to them. If you're not consistently cleaning your food and cleansing your actually cleansing your food when you get it, even from the grocery stores, whether it's vegan, whatever you're eating, if you're not actually properly cleansing and going through certain protocols, then you could still get this AI technology, because they literally inject things into the food so you can ingest this. So right now we should all learn how to remove this AI technology. And first, you can go to Mom's Telegram. You can go to other people that actually. Her website. some other people.
Sell the website.
The website shop is shopisiswisdom.com.
Go to AI removal services.
And then you can go into AI removal services and actually, because are we doing soon in class? Right?
Not until August. No, not until probably end of August.
Okay, so a class will be coming up like near the end of August. There's going to be a class in removing AI, and we're going to be going into removing it from your body, and then also we're going to be going into the different types of AI and also what to look for. We only get cleansing technique from going within. Yes, you can get some cleansing techniques from going within as well.
Tell them to talk to their higher selves.
I listen to binary sounds to get rid of AI bots. It's good to listen to also the frequency, like the frequency hertz, to also help in assisting of removal of AI. The problem is they can mimic the frequencies that are sent to them. So there's a certain protocol where you have to actually shut them down, because they have protocols like, you say if you remove one, they can replicate and duplicate, or they can just send in another one to replace the one that was taken out. So they have a lot of freaking tricks that they do inside your actual own body, just so even if you do remove it, there's certain things that you want to do, like it has to be completely offline. Orgone 2. It's literally software. Yeah, it is disgusting. And right now, when she was speaking on also grounding, it's also a good thing. It's also a good thing to transition, because right now everyone is shifting. This energy on this planet is a transformative energy, of course. But right now, you want to ground so you can actually shift with the planet, because everyone's transitioning, but you want to actually transition with the plane. And so when we actually transition with the plane, it also makes it harder for the AI technology to actually affect in a way, because it's also, as Gaia is evolving, a lot of people are missing the root chakra, like the actual connection to Earth. They got the astral, the cosmic realms down pat, but the connection to Earth is like gone. So this is how you get swept. It's literally swept under the rug, swept over the currents, because you're literally high, floating in the air, channeling, and then the foundation of the actual Earth. And then also that foundation also represents a lot of other things, like things that you stand for. So a lot of easily convinced people with open channels, and they just start talking to anything, and they're easily convinced, like without having that proper support system, meaning the protocols to setting and open up your channels, and also actually being grounded in who you're speaking to. So this is why it's extremely important to ground right now. Ground every day in the garden. You have to work on a root first before. For you at this stage, you do want to work at the root first. But if you're younger, like from a baby up to like, it's like in their teen years, you can work from the crown down, because they're already, it's different from them. It's a little bit different than, but at this stage, you want to work from the root up, because we lost our imagination, and also our ability to feel. But a lot of that also comes from our root chakra and where our foundation was built on. So there's a stigma that being in your root chakra is a bad thing, but it's actually not a bad thing. Your root chakra is actually just your foundation, your seed. And what a lot of our seeds are put into is like a lot of fear and a lot of base programs and a lot of things that we derive our thinking patterns from. So if we change that, which is our root, which is our thinking patterns, our seed, then we can start working on the other things. So that's why it's important to work on the root. And it's also important to work on that because it's also what you stand for. So if bullshit comes your way, you have your morals and what you actually stand for. Yep, you definitely are a tree.
A what? A tree?
Yeah, a tree. You're definitely a tree. It's your roots. And then as you're getting in tune with the actual earth realms, you're gonna get in tune with your actual blood, and that actually starts tapping into your actual bloodlines. And that's when you can start to begin to interface with your different versions of yourself. But you actually want to start from the root, because actually all that information is going to be easier for you to receive, since you're more earth based. Like everyone could be in the astrals and all that. But right now we're predominantly like physical. We're physical, and then we go to like the spiritual realms. And it is vice versa, but as we're in the actual physical, having this experience, you want to actually connect with Earth so you can get these physical codes. Because everyone wants to go to the astral and astral project, but all the actual codes is on the actual Earth. And so right now, it's calling for everyone to start looking for their artifacts. Not only looking for their artifacts, looking for these sacred sites. And these sacred sites are now coming up because now these new frequencies are transforming the plane. These new lands are coming up, and that means access to new planes. And now you have access to new planes. You can travel to certain places. Even your backyard that you think is just your regular backyard, if you were paying attention, there's certain things in that backyard that is literally key codes and things that you need to go activate. So it's not just one person has to do this or one particular group of people. Everyone has a certain mission. Everyone has an artifact. Everyone actually has the actual purpose in terms of activating planets, because collectively we set it up this way so we can come together and unify. And it's the only way to do that is we actually got to start getting in tune with our actual bodies and actually getting in tune with what our actual self means. She is.
What?
Someone said you giving me the stares.
I'm trying to get you engaged with the audience and make contact with the audience. You be over here and over here and up here. That's not. That ain't it. No, my audience. They like to engage.
I know. I've been seeing new trees and flowers everywhere. Yeah, and then also another thing, like there's been reports of seeing these new type of animals and these new type of hybrids. It's because right now of course there's judgment going on the planet, but a lot of these bases have been destroyed, and a lot of these creatures that have been hidden in them bases have now been released, and now there's creatures like running around everywhere because all those bases have been destroyed. So a lot of these new beings that we're seeing is like a lot of those experiments. And a lot of them are really friendly. They're just really like happy to be out because they just been experimented on. How can we be on offense? Where mama at? They want to know where you at. Well, one person want to know where you at.
I'm right here, baby. You must have just got on here. How did we join the Discord? Thank you, at Laura Martano.
My neck feels.
The Discord. I'm gonna put the link up on my Instagram profile, because the way my Discord is set up, it's set up in such a way, but not everybody can just jump on that Discord. So it's gonna filter out some shit. So if you make it, you make it. If you don't make it, that means you ain't supposed to be on the Discord. So I'll post it on the link. I'll post a link on my profile. Thank you. Papa Six Guy, you coming? The Telegram link is I am the realest to ever do it. So it's just basically you got to download the Telegram Telegram app, and just type in I am the realest to ever do it. Same name as myself. The Telegram link does work. I didn't send you no Telegram link, so I don't even know what link you're talking about. Can you do a cleanse for the people that watch the trailer? Yeah. I think they're asking me, can I do the cleanse? Can you do the cleanse? Can I do the cleanse? Right? You mean me? You want me to do it? Or you're just saying, can you do it? Let me see who's getting on here to request to be on here. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, I'll try.
That shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit was nasty. One of the nastier ones I dealt with before. More nastier than that, actually. A little bit more. Well,
okay, one person asked me, "Hey, Mama Isis, do you speak about your encounters with belongings? Have you ever encountered Santa Muerte?" Let me tell you something about that. Why was I talking to her yesterday? I had a good conversation with Santa Muerte yesterday. I was actually helping out one of her sons. And basically, he was channeling her. And I was telling him, I said, give your mother my regards. And she said, yes, yes, yes. She says, I know who you are. She said, we've worked together before many times. And apparently I worked with her son together as well. And she sent her son to me to help him. So that's the last time I spoke to her, was yesterday.
did you tell what's her name?
Okay, some YWN.J4YY. He says, Mama, my imagination is powerful as F, like a 5-year-old riding on a pony on top of a rainbow type, but my chi energy ain't strong enough yet to match the imagination. Okay, well then that means that He has to do
things to retain and build up more energy.
Yeah. Are you spending enough time in that sun, baby? Because you're going to have to do some things that's going to build up your energy. That's one of the simplest ways to get your energy built up, is by spending time in that sun. Thank you, Divine is Beautiful.
Damn.
Yeah, always lovely. You missed it. You're going to have to watch the beginning of the live. I break it down. Also, it's on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, look at the last post I put up.
That should definitely leave the after effect.
Huh?
Said it definitely left the after effect.
That implant? That's a nasty ass implant.
I feel like
Y'all should go watch my trailer on my YouTube channel called the Animus trailer. It's like 18 minutes. Y'all really need to go watch that trailer. And you're going to see doctors dropping the scientists dropping the science about these implants. The shit got that real. Well, now they're coming out and speaking about it. At Sion, I'm always saving it. ShopIsisWisdom.com, Divine Goddess. Same as here, Martine Hagen. The actual Animus ain't dropping until the end of August. I decided to push it back and wait. I'm going to shoot another trailer for it to give you guys some up-to-date information for the trailer. And then the trailer's going to have a date of when I'm actually going to go live. I got a whole production for this thing. It's so serious. It's called the Animus trailer. All right. I'm going to get off here, y'all. I just want to come on here real quick and drop that science real fast. You watched it with your kids? That's good. A lot of people were kind of paranoid about that trailer too, man. Even some of the powers that be was like, damn, she getting ready to put it all the way out there.
Yeah, especially if they hit mine.
They didn't want me to put it out there. A lot of people didn't want me to finish that. Didn't want me to finish that. To put that live, but that live, I got a full production for it now, so now I can present it the way I want to present it. It's gonna be really, really dope. Really, 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 really dope. I got the 2023 predictions part 2 coming up at the end of July, around the 23rd. So I'll be doing the 2023 predictions part 2. For those of you who don't know, you should go watch my video called 2023 predictions. That's the first one I did. Go watch that. That video is damn near, if I'm not already at 100,000 followers, I'm right there. So, I mean, not followers, but 100,000 views. I'm right there. So go watch that video. I also did a video called 2023 Premonitions. Watch that video so you're caught up to speed. Leo season is almost here, baby. You guys are welcome. I'm glad you guys came on board to listen to what I have to say. Thank you, Martine Hagen. All right, my babies. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.